Jesus Christ. You want to talk about a way to respond? Jayson Tatum and the Celtics absolutely annihilated the Philadelphia 76ers. Tatum provided us with one of the all-time playoff performances, breaking Steph Curry's very short-lived record of a 51-piece in a Game 7. I mean, he had it firing on all cylinders tonight from the beginning of the game. Tatum decided to play all 48 today. Game was really over at the end of the third quarter, but I wanted to wait to record to see Jayson hopefully get 50, and he did it. Philly started the game really well. They was playing great defense. They were getting a lot of good looks from all their role players. Tobias Harris was playing well. They were playing with a real good pace, too. They were moving real fast up and down. One thing they was doing that I found interesting was letting Embiid push the rock down the court. They ain't do it too many times. One of the times they did it, you could see Boston really paying him a lot of attention. They really shrunk the floor, trying to build a wall for him. Doing that made closeouts longer for the Boston defenders. So on one of those looks, he just kicked it to Maxey on the wing, and he was able to attack that closeout and get an easy lay. A couple other times they did it, he just swung it to whoever was on the wing and immediately took his position on the elbow. It was an easier way for him to get the rock in his spot instead of having to fight for however many seconds to get position. With all that being said, though, basketball is a game of runs. And Philly had the first one, I think it was in like the second quarter or whatever. The entire second half was just one gigantic run for the Boston Celtics. In that second half, they really kicked up their defensive pressure. And one of the biggest things for them offensively was just how relentless they were getting downhill. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum really set the tone with that, relentlessly attacking Joel Embiid. And, doing that did get Embiid his blocks. He played some decent defense. They just ain't care. They just kept attacking him. And it was good to see Jayson Tatum actually finishing layups today. He loves to miss those. But Tatum was ridiculous, bro. He was OD. He got in one of them modes where you literally can't stop him. Because if he hitting the sidestep threes and he doing all this on you, bro, he's going to cook you. It's inevitable. Insane performance from him. I want to give credit to Jaylen Brown, too, for his individual defense on James Harden specifically in this game. Over the past couple of years, I've been very vocal in my opinion that Jaylen Brown has become a very overrated defender. His past reputation as a good defender really just carrying him to this day where he really don't be playing too much defense no more. But today, boy, he was sitting on James Harden. And to speak on James Harden, he was horrendous once again. He gave us those good 2 performances, won Philly those games. Outside of those, though, he was absolutely abysmal. And Embiid wasn't the best either, to be honest. I ain't realize it until like halftime that Embiid was not shooting the best. This is what Game 7 is all about, though. Got a little bit of everything. Early, you got to see a lot of role players working. But ideally, it's going to be your stars that take over the game, and that's exactly what we got from Jayson Tatum. I would take this opportunity to slander the 76ers, but I'm not going to do too much because they definitely been through enough today. They just got throttled on national television. So, you feel me? The Sixers just did what they usually do. They flopped. They folded. They sucked. And for the Celtics, they going back to the conference finals to play probably their biggest ops in the Miami Heat. I think it's like the 4th time in the last 5 years they matching up in the conference finals. Something crazy like that. And every time that they had matched up, it's been fun. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably drop in the next day or two, giving my thoughts and my predictions on that. I think it's going to be another good series for sure.